Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Senators' continuing draft coverage, post-draft coverage of the 2020 NHL entry draft. Very pleased. I'm Gord Wilson. I'm very pleased to be joined by the chief amateur scout of the Ottawa Senators, Trent Mann. Thank you for doing this.
My pleasure.
You can exhale. It's all over, okay? We talked to Pierre Dorian. I said, boy, the last 24 hours must be very busy. I'm guessing the last 7 months must have been extremely busy for you and the scouting staff, but job well done, it looks like. What we'd like to do in this segment is just run through the 10 players that were taken. Of the 217 chosen in this year's draft, the Senators took 10 of them, including 3 in the first round. And judging by the smile on your face, you're quite pleased with the 3 picks. Let's start with Tim Stutzel and maybe give us an assessment of him.
Well, I mean, Timmy Stutzel comes as advertised. I mean, he's probably one of the kids that most people in the Ottawa area have heard a lot about, and he is a lot of what you've heard. He has speed, he has skill, he's creative with the puck. He's going to make he's going to make things happen out there. He's going to create offensive chances, and that's who he is. He has a burning desire to be better every day, and his off-ice work ethic is as good as his on-ice work ethic. The older players in Mannheim love him.
Yeah, fantastic.
And they've kind of taken him under their wing, and kind of like the older brother, protect a guy. So I assume some similar things will happen here with him. There, he'll settle in quite nicely, and obviously it's the NHL, but he did transition very well in the DEL over there, and was able to put up some points
as a teenager.
Yeah. Exactly. So while it's not the NHL, obviously, but at the same time it's great for his development path. I think he's probably further along than most. Almost all the players, really.
Just in seeing the post-draft videos that he was involved with, Personality Plus, is that Absolutely. What you determined as well in all the meetings that you had with him?
Absolutely. Super nice kid. He's so personable, and he's able to answer questions without, it's not 1 or 2 word answers. He answers your question, and he's not scared to ask a question. And like I said, he's able to talk about why he's better in the gym, because he's doing certain things. He understands. Okay. He's asking questions why. He wants to be certain areas. He identified. He was able to self-evaluate very well. There's areas that he wanted to be better at, and he was working at those all summer and into the fall. So. We're getting a top-notch kid and player there for sure.
Trent, your boss said that the Senators organization got the best defenseman available in the draft. Jake Sanderson taken 5th overall. Would you agree? Well, I'm guessing that you will agree because you probably recommended that he is the best defenseman.
Absolutely. And that's not to take away from defensemen in this draft, because there's some great players. But this kid is special. He is special. He brings a package. When we picked Brady Tkachuk, there was a package that he brought that we were excited about, that he was going to help with the Ottawa Senators character and makeup. And this kid's going to do the same. And we got word this morning at 7 a.m. he was in shooting pucks in North Dakota this morning. And days off, the coach comes in and finds him in the gym because he doesn't want to take a day off. And that's just that's why he's as good as he is on the ice. That he can skate. And if anyone wants, his dad could skate as well. So.
Yeah, Jeff Sanderson, first-round pick of the Whalers. Yeah, for sure.
So, but equally, highly competitive, likes to battle down low, likes to win his battles, can move the puck, can skate with the puck, has a good shot. He's just kind of a full package there, and I think he's going to be a really important piece for the Ottawa Senators moving forward.
Someone mentioned to me that he might be a meaner version of Wade Redden, just a cerebral type, and somebody that has that first pass outlet and great vision.
Definitely a meaner version for sure. Like he does not want to lose a puck battle. There's no doubt about it. And if he loses the first time, you better believe he's coming back at you to make sure he gets it back. So
your final pick in the first round, 28th overall, Ridley Greg out of Brandon in the Western Hockey League. You want to talk about somebody who doesn't want to lose a puck battle. He wants to start puck battles too, doesn't he? What type of player is he?
Yeah, he brings an interesting package because he plays mostly center, but we've also seen him play on the wing, and so we're not worried about that part because it'll sort itself out as we go along. But he shoots the puck really well. He's one of those guys that just seems to be around the puck just at the right time as far as an opportunity to score, because he goes to all those areas that a lot of players don't want to go to.
Love it.
And when it's time, when you need somebody to step up and score a timely goal, he's the guy that's going to be in that spot to be able to do it.
Who is Roby Järventie, your next pick and the second pick overall in the second round?
It's interesting. This draft, and not to take away from the kid, but if this draft happened in June, we may not have been as aggressive at the number we were at. But when he has the whole summer, and their league play has already started up, and he's playing in the Liga, he's shown it. He's had a history of being able to score. He's a big kid that can skate, and we feel he's going to be able to score for us off the wing. And while it's not going to be this year, obviously, but he is. He played in the second division last year with the men as a teenager. He's still a teenager. He's playing in the league, in the highest league in Finland now. So there's a lot of upside there with this kid, and I think we'll have to be patient with him.
Okay.
But because I think there's going to be a development piece that's going to be required, but there's a lot of upside there. We're looking forward to I think he's going to be able to score for us. So.
Jake Sanderson, we mentioned, will go to the University of North Dakota, and he'll be joined by your next pick, and Tyler Clevin. A little bit about him. Talk about big and mean.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a competitive kid, and he's hard to play against. And he's going to win puck battles. He's going to move the puck quickly and efficiently. And he's going to get up ice because he does skate well to get up ice. He has a heavy shot from the point that, sometimes at the U.S. program, some of those attributes they don't typically get to use as much because they kind of get pinpointed into a certain position. So I don't know if there's going to be a ton of offense coming from him, but equally, when you need someone to play against those players that need to be shut down and worn down, and like an important penalty kill, he's going to be the guy that's going to be out there for you.
All right, speaking of offense, Igor Sokoloff is somebody who is a naturally gifted goal scorer, it would appear. He's a 20-year-old coming out of the queue. Firsthand what kind of player this is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Obviously he's older, and so I guess that would be your kind of first question mark. Well, why is he older? He scored almost 100 goals in the Quebec League over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And he come over from Russia, could barely speak English. His English is great now. He's, this summer he was scared to go back to Russia because of the COVID situation, and he just felt it was going to impede on his training. So he stayed in Cape Breton. He goes into Halifax.
Big decision to make for
absolutely
a 20-year-old.
For a 19-year-old kid, and his parents were in agreement with it. And he goes into Halifax from Monday to Thursday to work with a skating coach and a skills coach and in the gym. And he's a kid that's worked at his game and wants to play in the NHL. And he's continued to get better. And so we think there's definitely upside to score goals for sure. And he's a kid that I see playing in Belleville next year.
Okay.
I mean, there'd be no scoring 100 goals in 3 years in the major junior level. It's time to move on to the next challenge.
For sure.
And I believe that he'll play the right side in Belleville.
Sokoloff taken 61st overall. Levi Meriläinen is a skinny goaltender from Finland.
Yeah, I mean over the last 4 years, I really, when I chat with the staff, we've really tried to be to look at goaltending down the road. They have to have certain attributes, and we have to be patient, and we feel that we need to produce our own goalies. And we've looked at that, and we've looked at teams that have had success and what they've done to have the success producing their own goalies, and we feel we have something going now that we can produce our own goalies without having to go get another goalie. And we have a lot of prospects with lots of upside. And this kid is in Finland, and he's going to play in the carpet, and he's he's going to play in the pro leagues there, and there's no rush, and there's a tremendous upside there. Pierre Gru's looked at his game. He's excited to have him. The staff are excited to have him, and the goalie market, I guess, or the goalie list for us wasn't large this year.
Okay.
But this kid here is one of the ones that we felt had tremendous amount of upside, and we feel like with the goalies we have right now, there is no rush, right? We have. Well, obviously we just our new acquisition.
Yeah.
But look at Hogberg. He's a draft pick that's 25 before he's been able to be a regular NHL goalie, and Joey Decourt's knocking on the door
For
here.
sure.
And then the other guys are young. Gustafson's still young, and Mandelise, was a top goalie in the Quebec League last year, and Sogard is a 6'7" goalie.
Yeah.
That's he's going to be a good goalie as well. But those guys, they all need time, and this kid needs time as well. And because we have prospects, there's no rush. We'll leave him in good hands in Finland, and we'll keep an eye and keep working with him as well, and see where it goes.
You can never have too many. Simple as
absolutely.
that. 5th round pick, Eric Engstrand, a big left winger out of Malmo. Tell us about him.
Yeah, so he's a kid that's playing in the SHL. So he's playing in the Swedish Elite League right now. Kind of split last year, but spent a lot of time in the SHL last year as well. So he's a big kid that's a little bit of a late bloomer, but he's become a regular in the SHL, which is not an easy league for a teenage boy to play in, and so he's been able to do that. So he's a big kid, good skater, and he has good skills, and he goes to the harder areas, and he's hard to play against. I think he's going to be able to pot some goals as well, just based on the good shot and willingness to go to those areas that, like I said earlier, not all players want to go to. So, and we like the fact he's in the SHL, he's in a good league, and development opportunities there for him.
Your last 2 picks, Philip Dow out of Moncton, he's a centerman, and Cole Reinhardt, a 20-year-old out of Brandon, and a former teammate of Ridley Gregg's as well. Quick thoughts on those two?
Yeah, so Daoud, he actually lives in Barrie, Ontario, and he was a free agent to Moncton last year, and last year he came in as a free agent, and John Torchetti was the coach there, former NHL coach, which you're aware of, and he just kind of willed himself further up the lineup as time went on. There was a coaching change there in Moncton, and Dan Lacroix came in. And Dan Lacroix is obviously, as you're aware, former NHL coach as well. And they loaded up for the Memorial Cup because that's the position they were in. And this kid continued to play in the top 2 lines, sometimes fell to the 3rd line, but never below the 3rd line on a team that loaded up for the Memorial Cup, because he just wouldn't allow his play dictated that he should stay in the lineup, that part of the lineup. And so unfortunately for Moncton, they didn't get that opportunity, and they've lost a lot of players. So he'll be the first line center in Moncton, but there's a lot of skill there, and he's a smart player. He's just grown quite a bit in the last 12 months. He's kind of went from 5'9" to 6 feet in a hurry there. So
it's incredible.
So he's a kid we're excited about. We're happy with where we got him, and then the offensive upside that he has at this point in time. So.
And Cole?
And Cole Reinhardt, I mean, hockey family. He's just a kid that I think has taken a little time to gain confidence on what he's able to do and understand what his assets are. Extremely strong skater and an extremely good shot. He has a good stick and is able to steal pucks on the ice, and then he has the speed to pull away and get opportunities to score. So what it translates to at the NHL level, I mean, we'll see. But there's a lot of attributes there that we really like, and we think can be something at the NHL level for sure. And he'll find his way. Now he's a kid that was 19 last year, so he could go back to Major Junior this year. But equally, maybe he ends up in Belleville. I mean, we'll see. That's Pierre's job.
Are you keeping your fingers crossed that the virtual drafts are over and done with, and you're back to a regular routine next year?
This year, or this hockey season, seems to have dragged on feels like forever, and then this draft actually, while the NHL did a tremendous job to make it happen, just no different than the bubble. It is different, and it was a long one, but equally, it's now in the books, and we're happy with the players that we've picked. Extremely proud of the staff and their work ethic and their ability to stay focused through this here time. It's I can't say enough about that group. Actually,
I was going to say congratulations to you and Mikko Ruutu, the European chief amateur scout. Just a fantastic job, it would appear. I'm going to put this iPad away. You're probably going to open yours up because you got a lot of Netflix to catch up on. No doubt. Trent, thanks for this. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And,
thank you.
Best of luck in the future.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.